Which unhealthy foods should you avoid? Or how to get yourself ill on a crappy vegan diet. In this lesson, we will look at the foods you should avoid or eat in moderation to keep yourself healthy on a vegan diet. These will include vegan junk foods, toxic chemicals, empty calories and refined sugars, deep fried foods and trans fats, processed foods and salts, drinks to watch out for, meat, cheese, and egg substitutes, mucus-forming foods. For each category, we'll give a few examples of vegan foods. Of course, many foods belong in more than one category. Meet John. He's a vegan. He's a vegan because of his belief system, which is why he doesn't eat animal products. Unfortunately, John doesn't know much about being healthy as a vegan. Let's spend the day with John. It's Sunday morning. John is up early and he had some trouble sleeping. He's got a bit of a heartburn. John is heading out of bed and into the kitchen where he makes himself a strong cup of coffee and opens the fridge to get his vegan bacon with vegan eggs. After breakfast, he's munching on some candy while looking at the takeaway menus to decide where to have lunch. He's definitely going for some vegan burgers and some French fries and onion rings with ketchup, just like he had last night at the pub. Maybe an extra large Coke. For dinner, he's going to have a microwave-ready meal and some canned pickles. John has a lot of health issues. He thinks he's safe because he eats a vegan diet. But is that really the case? Well, no, not at all. Vegan junk foods. Junk foods are pre-prepared or packaged foods that have low nutritional value, like vegan versions of burgers, pizza, sausages, ice cream, chips, donuts, and onion rings. They increase the risk of obesity and chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, non-alcoholic fatty liver, and certain cancers. They lack nutrients and are heavy on your digestion. As a result, they can cause fatigue and lower brain function. Toxic chemicals. A chemical is a distinct compound or substance, especially one which has been artificially prepared or purified. Some of these are easy to tell when reading food labels, especially if they have 10 letters and a number, like artificial colors, preservatives, high fructose corn syrup, artificial sweeteners, artificial flavorings, trans fats, and addictive substances. Artificial colors can cause allergies, hyperactivity, and cancer. Nitrates, a type of preservative, can damage thyroid and cause cancer. High fructose corn syrup can cause weight gain and diabetes. Artificial sweeteners can cause obesity and headaches. Artificial flavorings can inhibit red blood cell production and damage bone marrow. And trans fats can cause heart disease and diabetes. In addition, many foods contain addictive substances. Large food producers are hiring scientists and using brain imaging technology used to investigate food addictions like MRI to see the effects of processed foods on the brain. An example is MSG, or monosodium glutamate, a substance that increases your feeling that you want to eat more and more of a food after every bite. MSG symptom complex, or a list of symptoms that some people experience after eating it, includes chest pain, flushing, headaches and muscle aches, numbness or burning in and around the mouth, swelling and sweating. Empty calories and refined sugars. Empty calories are calories derived from food containing no nutrients. Refined sugars are those that have been processed as opposed to the natural sugars. This is the type of sugar that is added to food or drinks. Examples of empty calories and refined sugar foods are biscuits, cookies, crisps, fizzy drinks, candy, margarine, and French fries or chips. Refined sugars get broken down rapidly, spiking insulin and blood sugar levels. As a result, you don't feel full after eating. They can also raise the risk of obesity and obesity-related cancers. Empty calories can lead to weight gain and chronic diseases. These foods are also depleted in valuable nutrients and usually contain too many calories for sustaining healthy weight. Deep fried foods and trans fats. Trans fats are industrial-made fats. They form when a process called hydrogenation is applied to unsaturated fats. They are found in high quantities in deep fried foods like chips or fries, onion rings, and vegan versions of fish sticks and nuggets. Trans fats are hard for the body to break down. They increase the rate of heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and obesity. Eating too much deep fried foods, apart from the risk of trans fats, is also related to high blood pressure, low good HDL cholesterol, obesity, diabetes, and heart disease as well. Processed foods and salts. A processed food is a food item that had a series of mechanical or chemical operations performed on it to change or preserve it, like sauces, mayo, ketchup, microwave-ready meals, canned foods, breakfast cereals, and bread and glutinous foods. Processed foods are often high in sugars and empty calories, and sometimes saturated fats. People who eat them in high quantities are at a higher risk of heart disease, obesity, high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol, cancer, and depression. Processed foods may also be high in salts, and a diet that is too high in salts raises blood pressure, leading to a heart disease and stroke. Drinks to watch out for. We'll conclude with the drinks to watch out for. You probably already know them: alcohol, fizzy drinks, caffeine, and stimulants. Alcohol drinks like wine, beer, whiskey, sake, and hard ciders affect almost every part of the body, including your brain, bones, and heart. The long-term effects of getting too much alcohol include high blood pressure, stroke, liver cancer, breast cancer, bowel cancer, depression, dementia, impotence, and infertility, as well as an addiction. Caffeine. Caffeine is found in high quantities in coffee, black Earl Grey and green teas, energy drinks, sodas, and chocolates. Getting too much caffeine can lead to high blood pressure, heart disease, sleep problems, and fertility issues, as well as to accumulating a new addiction. Fizzy drinks like cola, Red Bull, Sprite, and other soft drinks and soda products have high amounts of refined sugars and unnatural ingredients, causing liver problems and diabetes. High consumption is also linked to higher risk of cancer and heart disease. They're not filling and can cause you to overeat to obesity. They can also contain high levels of caffeine and other addictive substances. Meat, cheese, and egg substitutes. There are many vegans who like to have the feeling of eating animal products without actually eating animal products. That's great as long as you use healthy substitutes, like making your own burgers from portobello mushrooms or your cheese substitutes from nuts, coconuts, and seeds. Unfortunately, many ready-made products out there use high processed ingredients, unnatural ingredients, and flavorings, additives, toxins, and high levels of salt when creating imitations of animal products. The best advice is to learn to make them yourself or get them from a source that you know is safe. Mucus-forming foods. This might not be a big concern for you, but it's important to mention that some foods are more likely to cause a response in the body that produces mucus. Nasty. Certain starches, especially if they are highly processed, can cause mucus. Examples are bread, pasta, cereal, potatoes, corn and corn products, sweet desserts, glutinous foods that can form mucus-type plaque in your digestive system. You should also look out for soy products, caffeine, soda, alcoholic beverages, and nuts. Every person is different, and none of these might apply to you. but it's always good to keep an eye out, right? The thing to remember about mucus is that the body produces it to shield itself from something that it doesn't like, so figure out what your body doesn't work well with. Be kind to your body. Now that you know what foods to watch out for, like vegan junk foods, toxic chemicals, empty calories and refined sugars, deep fried foods and trans fats, processed foods and salts, drinks to watch out for, meat, cheese, and egg substitutes, and mucus-forming foods, you can make the best decisions. Make sure you limit or eliminate them and focus on healthy options. This concludes the first 2 learning modules on the vegan diet. In the next modules, you're going to start eating, socializing, and celebrating the vegan choice.